today's set review, we're gonna be taking a look at the smallest set from the January 2026 wave, and it's set number 75436, the Mandalorian Grogu'S speeder bike. It includes 2 minifigs, 58 pieces, and retails for only $10, which also makes it the cheapest set out of this wave. Taking a quick look at the front of the box, we see Mando and Grogu riding the speeder bike, and the most noticeable thing is obviously the new Boxart, which I guess is designed specifically for the new Mando and Grogu movie coming out this year. Design-wise, it is very similar to the 25th anniversary sets, but in a vibrant blue instead of the silver, and I do have to say I really like the way it looks, and it nicely sets the Mandoverse sets apart from the rest. On the back we find another angle of the speeder, most Pelgo in the background, and of course a small picture of a play feature. When unboxing the set, on the inside you're gonna find a total of 2 unnumbered bags, an extra piece, an extra box for the cape, and your typical LEGO instruction manual. Taking a look at the figures first, we have a pretty basic selection here with Mando and Grogu. Grogu is the same figure as always, which I was kinda hoping for a new version, just for some variety, but now it's the same boring Grogu as always. To be fair though, it is a fairly good minifig and represents Grogu quite well. I'm just a little tired of this guy. Pretty much the same can be said for the Mandalorian. Technically I believe this minifigure is exclusive to the set, but it's basically the same Mando that we get him for other sets, but this time he has the cape from the Light Cruiser instead of his jetpack and comes with a printed face, which he didn't have in the Light Cruiser set, so I believe he is exclusive, but it is essentially only the combination which is exclusive. You kinda get the point. He looks pretty good though, as pretty much every Mando figure, as he has some awesome printing on torso, hips and legs, beautiful arm printing on both sides, and in general it's just a very high quality looking figure, so if you don't already have a Mando or an army of them, this is probably the cheapest way that you're ever gonna get the best Beskar Mando that we currently have. Putting the speeder together goes by rather quickly, but the building technique is really cool and sturdy. You build the front and the back separately, then attach the front on the top of the back part, and to finish it off, clip the connectors together, which secures the front and creates a very sturdy model. Overall, the speeder looks really good. I mean, it's a $10 set, so don't expect the world, but for what it is, I really like it. It only has 58 pieces, but there is still a good amount of details, and I think it could work really well just by itself or in a Tatooine/Mando display. Play feature wise, you can store Din Djarin's blaster at the back. In order to do that, you just have to clip the blaster into his place at the back, and now Mando can easily maneuver the speeder through the desert as he now has nothing in his hands. Speaking of maneuvering the speeder bike, you can of course put Mando onto his seat. He's connected via 4 studs and his cape has a lot of room to flow and won't get damaged, which is nice, but sadly he can't reach the steering handles, which looks pretty goofy, especially from the side. If you fully bend him forward, you can force a connection, but it puts the pieces under a lot of stress, and after some time it will snap out of place. But I guess this is also not intended, since he doesn't do that on the box either, which is rather disappointing since it looks a little silly when he is that far away with his hands. Lastly, you can put Grogu in the side bag so you can ride with Mando, and this has to be my favorite play feature of the set. Finally, we are able to recreate the adorable scene from the TV show, and it looks really cute when the little guy can ride with Mando on the speeder. Just in case you want to do that, you can make Mando wear the baby carrier so you can carry little Grogu around, which is super cute and a nice option to display as well. This was pretty much it and everything there is to say about the small set. Well, I have a bit of Mando fatigue and we already got a ton of figures that are basically the same, or in the case of Grogu are exactly the same. I have to admit that I really like the small speeder set. I'm a big fan of the old $10 sets that included a bunch of cool minifigs, and I would like to see LEGO continue with such sets. Just get a bunch of highly desired characters out there with a small set for $10 and I bet kids and collectors will be happy. While price per piece doesn't seem too fair on the set, in my opinion the set has the fairest retail price by far, and I do quite enjoy this model. But now feel free to let me know your thoughts about the Mando and Grogu speeder bike in the comments down below. Are you hyped for the Mando and Grogu movie releasing this year? I have mixed feeling towards that movie, to be honest, but yeah, when it comes out I will still be watching it in cinemas. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, I would highly appreciate a like to support the channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you want to check out some of my other videos, you can see me on screen right now.